nos hicieron brujería, güey. No, no sé qué más nos hicieron pinche brujería, güey.
I mean, at this point, you guys went ahead. I mean, it was no secret. You guys took.
All right, guys. All right. We're going live.
Yeah, that's right. Kicking it. Got the whole crew in the studio, just conversating. Three different minds, a laid-back situation. Spinning them yarns from the tragic to the hilarious. Yeah, we keep it real. Perspectives always varying. The Odd Trio. We're the Odd Trio.
Welcome everybody to the Odd Trio podcast.
Welcome.
There.
I'm one of the main hosts. Well, there's only three main hosts, but I'm Enrique. I go by Ike, which I prefer Ike.
I'm Wano, aka Urbano.
My name is Luis, but you can go ahead and call me Louis.
Well, yeah, so it's our first episode. First time we officially get something started and get a podcast going.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know.
We've been in the plans for a few months now.
Yeah, a few months.
Yeah, almost a year, close to a year.
Yeah, it's always been a thing in the back of our heads, like, oh, we should do one now. We shouldn't do one. We should do one. We shouldn't do one.
A lot of people say, "Oh, you guys are funny." This and that.
It's been a work in
We
the
don't think
making.
we're funny.
We'll see.
Yeah, we don't think we're funny, but
I think I'm funny.
Other people
He's
find us
not funny.
entertaining.
I'm funny.
Been a work in the making, and now you're here for the maiden voyage.
that's right. Yeah, so the Odd Trio, the reason we got our name is because I feel we all come from a different type of background, different type of upbringing. So and it's we're pretty odd to be friends for the past, what do we got,
Right.
20 years of friendship.
Around 20.
About
About
around
20 years. We met in 2007, 2008. We're about to hit the 20-year mark next year.
No.
20 years
Who
of
would've thought it
friendship.
would lasted this long, right?
Yep.
Well, it started with us.
Not my fault. Sorry. Yeah, so yeah,
You gotta keep doing that.
maybe. Yeah, so it's fine.
It started with a stolen bike.
Yeah, so it started with the stolen bike. That's why the episode is called the one with the stolen bike.
The one with the stolen bike. Yep. He was the one with the stolen bike.
I was on with the stolen bike. Yeah. So we go taking it back to around 2000. We always get it confused, either 2007 or 2008. I want to say it was more 2008 because I know I was an 8th grader, but Ron was a freshman,
Mhm.
and Louis was a sophomore.
Sophomore. Yes.
So we were all still in school, and it must have been in the time frame where we were all still in class. Maybe it was probably summer, or maybe summer ending into that school
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That's probably what was more accurate.
Yeah, it was probably. I think that's right. Going into school, it hadn't started yet, but we were close.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yep.
Yeah. So first, me and Louis met. But we met because of one of his cousins. So she kind of opened the door for me and Louis. So me and Louis met first, and
I was living there at the time, and we were introduced through that mutual person that we knew. And
Right.
So how long did you guys know each other before you guys met me?
I think it was about 6 months.
Before you guys had
Yeah, luckily we all lived in the same neighborhood. So
Yeah.
shout out Casas de Oro, the
Yeah.
OGs.
yeah, we had already been hanging out for a while before we went ahead and formally met with each other.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I think me and Louis were probably like 6 months, 7 months of friendship.
We
and
all
then
lived
so-
in the
something around
same-
there.
Not even the neighborhood. It's the same block.
Yeah, about around.
about it, right?
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
because I probably lived the farthest, but I was only about
Yeah,
what,
but he lived right
7.
behind you. You think about it.
No, I
More or
lived
less,
I
no?
lived 7 houses in. Louis lived 4 houses in on
Yeah,
the
on
other
the
block.
same block. On the same block.
Yeah,
on the
about
other
3 or
Yeah,
4.
we're on the same, but he was in the back block,
Yeah.
and
And
you
I
had
was
lived in
right
front of
in
the
the middle.
mailboxes.
side. Yeah, in the middle.
We're probably one of the OGs that actually kicked it at the mailboxes. Now that
Yep.
they make
Now-
all the
yeah,
memes,
the
now they
mailboxes,
make all the
yeah.
memes now.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
jingles
mailbox.
It was the mailboxes and the, what was it, like the cable box?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
the
green-
electrical,
the-
like an
that
electrical
green-
box.
the green electrical
Yeah.
box.
Green, yeah.
Yeah,
Green
what-
cable box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mean it basically was inspired by us and just what we used to do when we were younger.
And we haven't got no royalties.
No
Nope.
recognition.
I haven't
That's
received
crazy, man.
I haven't received a single check for
The
that.
disrespect
know what I got?
is real.
What, dick?
Wow,
Yeah,
It's
That's
that.
crazy.
the disrespect.
the
I would
disrespect.
have been lucky to get dick.
Yeah, so going back to it, this is a free form podcast, meaning we don't have a specific topic that we're going to be going over. It's basically just us with one main story, and we're just going to be going all over the place. That's how we are. I
No
feel like that's
filters.
when we're our funniest.
Raw.
It's more organic that way. It's-
yeah.
you never know where the conversation's going to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I grew up in Bakersfield, California my entire life. Born and raised. I didn't leave till I was 20, I believe. But I was born and raised here in Bakersfield my whole life. Louis?
Well, for me, I was born and raised on the East Coast. I was actually born in a city in New York called New Rochelle, and I lived there for about around 13 or 14 years. my mom had family over here in California, specifically in Bakersfield and in San Fernando, and we visited Bakersfield when I was maybe 7 or 8. It was the year 2000. We came over here, we visited. My mom, she liked the area because at that point in time it was quiet and secluded. It hadn't expanded the way it did now, and she just really liked the idea of being able to move in this area that wasn't that bad, that was actually somewhat affordable for California, and being able to actually own a home or at least rent a home at the time, and just being able to get a fresh start.
Yeah, that was the thing about Bakersfield, right? It's always been like the cheapest place in Cali.
It
Yeah.
has.
I guess 'cause we're
Well,
stuck in the middle.
for Central Valley,
yeah.
I would say,
Because
because I think once you pass us, then it starts becoming Northern California,
like Delano,
and I think
Yeah.
the cheapest,
Shafter.
probably, if I'm not mistaken, the cheapest. No, because that's still considered Central. You don't
hit
become
northern until Fresno or
Pixley.
Tulare?
No, until
No,
Pixley,
Pixley?
because Pixley is considered Tulare County
Oh yeah,
or
What
Kings
about
County,
Delano?
Kings
Delano's
County,
Northern
whatever
Cali,
it's
no?
called.
yeah. I think you are right. I think
Delano,
it's-
no, Delano's still Kern. That's the last city when Kern ends.
But it's still Northern Cali. or no,
Yeah,
still
it's
Central.
Central.
It's in the
It's
middle.
Central
right in
because
the line.
it's Kern County. It's Central.
What Bakersfield is?
Oh, but when
it's-
it comes to gangs, yeah.
yeah, it's the gang,
cut off.
gang lines are different, but geographically speaking, we're in the
Speaking of
middle.
gang lines, yeah, you would know more on that topic.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, so I was born in San Diego. Migrated over here when I was. I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
I think
I
think you said
don't
middle
know the
school,
age.
way.
No, I was
Elementary.
below. Yeah,
maybe I think you said
Yeah,
your last
probably
year of
around fifth
elementary.
grade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5th grade.
around 5th grade.
Because you didn't move to Bakersfield right away.
Yeah, well, no, we did. We
you?
moved to Bakersfield, the outskirts though. It was kind of like on Fairfax. There's this pizza arcade on Fairfax. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
It was like this fucking ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ting-a-ling-a-ling pizza arcade. You know which one I'm talking about?
The
On
one by
Fairfax?
Food Max?
Is it on Fairfax?
The only one that
No, wait, no.
No.
No, that's on Fairfax. It's on
The address-
Highway 186.
oh, that's way out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Magoo's.
Is it Magoo's
I
now?
think it's Magoo's.
Yeah, well, back then it was just a no name pizza place.
Was the Circle K there already? I don't know.
No way.
This
There
probably
was just
before
that pizza place. Y luego, poquito más para acá, para este lado, there was like this store donde vendían like strawberries y todo ese pedo. It was
The
just
only
like
thing
a
I can
mini
think of
market.
that's close to that highway is Magoo's.
All right,
on
so
Fairfax.
where Magoo's is, there's like this station area donde hay muchas trocas, like for trailers. Where
I
they
think
park.
so.
Yeah, well, right there, that shit wasn't there.
Mm.
It was like a furniture place, and next to that furniture place, there was this like house.
Is that pizza arcade place down like in a little shopping center?
I believe so.
Then
might-
Now,
it's
yeah.
Magoo's. It's
Yeah,
Magoo's.
I think
It's
yeah.
gonna be Auburn and Fairfax.
Okay, so it's by like that indoor swap meet then, or close to it.
No, eso más para allá.
Oh, it's
Well,
more-
anyways,
more
we
further?
migrated.
Yeah, we migrated.
We lived
Yeah.
there maybe a year. Y luego nos movimos para Lamont, California.
Mm.
We lived there a few years. That's when things start get a bit difficult. Como dice lesbian?
I don't know.
I don't know. You got me right there.
Yeah.
Now he's in middle school. Still an individual, but this is where
Oh,
things
things get a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
This is alive of
Yeah.
a young Mexican. So pretty much, yeah. That song kind of explains how it was. You
Mm.
see the words on the walls, the letters crossed out with X's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
So us being the I guess the outsiders, porque we came from San Diego.
Yeah.
We're getting tested a lot, bro. Test it.
And
Especially
when
my
you say
brother.
wait, who's? Oh, there you go. I was
Me
gonna
and
say
my
who's
brother.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were not there yet.
No, especially
we weren't present at the moment.
Especially him. He was getting tested, bro, left and right, dude. Especially, you know how he is. She's short than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, never back down, bro. Never back down to the point where they like, oh, okay, these are cool.
Yeah.
So they kind of took us in, you know. We kicked it, met a few people, kind of started. My brother and his people started like a little clique.
Yep.
You know.
Indeed.
So I was kind of baptized.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
In a way,
Baptized. He was baptized into this
yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
brought,
It
brought
didn't-
into it.
He
Yeah, I
didn't
was
choose
baptized
it. They
by
chose
him.
him.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
baptized by my brother and his friends. We kind of, you know, stayed there for a minute, did a couple things.
They busted a Finding Nemo on him. And they named him Shark Bait.
Yeah, they named me Shark Bait. Yeah. Y luego, pues, just from there, we ended up moving to Bakersfield. But even when we moved to Bakersfield, we weren't from Bakersfield. We were already from that place. We were already from Lamont.
Yeah, you
Alright.
guys already had it in your system.
Yeah,
that were
so we were already programmed. We were programmed a certain way. You have so many you. I don't know how to explain it, bro. You have a different mentality.
yeah.
It's so secluded out there. You're
Yeah,
your own
You
little
get used to
town,
it.
bro.
You get used
You
to
get
it.
used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you had the perspective where it was like that's where you belong, not here. You were from there.
Yeah. So when you go over there, and at the time it was just pretty much a certain environment.
Mhm.
Then when you move out of that environment, everything's foreign to you, bro. That you're like, what the hell? Why are these people acting like this?
It was a bit of a culture shock.
Yeah, it was different. And that's why I met you two goofy ass fools.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the story began.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Casa de Oro, man, that's what
Casa de Oro.
the neighborhood.
That was the
Everybody,
neighborhood, Casa
everybody
de
was
Oro.
from there.
Yep.
That was probably the neighborhood without being a hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part,
it was a hood without being a hood.
Yep.
But fun fact, it was the hood without being the hood, but compared to where we came from, it was the nice area, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I
of
thought
course.
we made it.
Absolutely. Especially
Us too.
especially back then.
And
Yeah, especially back
Yeah,
then.
us
those who don't
too.
know, Casa Oro is on Panama and Union, South Union.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because for us too, when we left, we moved from the east side from Flower and Miller,
Mhm.
and we moved over there. So
So,
same
yeah.
thing, It's,
Yeah,
you
it's
made it
like
out of the east
you
side.
made it out, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to me, that was the good side,
And
bro.
I think
like, what
I
the
think when
hell?
we got there too, bro, I think that that house, well, for at least for us, I got there when I was probably second grade. So the houses were only like 3 years old when we got there. Well, so when you got there, they were probably about 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, possibly.
They're still under 10 years old. That's still a new home.
Yeah.
So,
That track area was still fresh.
So
Yeah.
I remember when I actually came before I moved the first time when we came to visit the family that my mom had out here. Her family was actually living in Casas de Oro, and I remember it
Oh,
was
no
like
shit.
it was like maybe 2 or 3 streets, just like the beginning ones.
Oh, so you were there from the beginning, from the jump.
I saw it a little bit from the beginning, and then obviously we were just visiting, and then I left, and then when we came back, I had another aunt that bought a house over there, and that's where we just migrated and moved to for the time being. But yeah, the neighborhood, it grew a lot because that was like in the year 99 or 2000. It was
Yeah.
one of
Oh
those.
shit.
Yeah, because we
So-
got there like I think
Yeah, about 7 or 8
2002.
years it expanded that much.
That was pre
Mhm.
9/11, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I think we got there in 2001 or 2002. Because I remember when we got the house, it was the family that had it before us. They only had it for like a year or two, so they didn't even last, bro. I don't know why they sold it, but
I think that that might have been as far as the neighborhood extended was probably to your street, and that was it. I think the street behind it, the one where I ended up living at with my aunt, I don't think those houses were made yet.
yeah, because when I got there, it was complete, Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
the-
they
all the-
were, bro. Those houses weren't yet.
Yeah,
You moved into a new house.
basically.
yeah, basically. Yeah, they were.
That's
My
cool.
aunt was first owner of that house.
Still the same owner?
Yes,
Yeah, she hasn't moved, huh?
no, still
Oh,
there.
Wow, true.
Yeah,
That's good. She has like probably like a $400 house payment,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame her honestly.
yeah, right?
5
Keep it.
interest rate.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely, keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for me, yeah, I grew up on the east side. Nothing crazy. Just grew up on the east side, kind of a solitary kid, bit of an outsider too. Probably more than less than you, probably around
The same.
yours.
Yeah,
I know you said you had a couple of good buddies over there in New York. I
Yeah,
did. I
two
never
or
really had
three.
friends growing up. I mean, I had people that I was cool with because of school. You know, you have your school friends, but
Yeah.
a lot of times your school friends don't become your outside friends.
no.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so
Like
for
your
me,
high school friends don't even become your high school friends.
yeah, especially when you're kids, like you just like, oh, I just see them at school.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it changes.
You know, so and then when I moved a lot too. When we moved, when we moved to those houses, I went to like 3 different elementary schools before Valle Verde was built, and that's when I
Mm.
stayed there.
Oh, you went to Valle Verde too?
I went there when it
Shit.
was. I think I was when it first opened up.
Yeah.
So I had went to. I don't know. There's one on Plans. I don't know what it's called. I don't want to get the name wrong. And then from there I moved to McKee, and then from McKee, that's when Valle Verde opened up, and I went to Valle Verde.
Mm.
Yeah. So same thing. Outsider, lonely. I played a lot of video games. I watched a lot of movies. So
Yeah.
I didn't go outside. Like literally, I'm telling you, like when I was growing up, I think before middle school, I would go to school, go home, and I would never leave out. I wouldn't go outside.
Yep. That's
And
Kind of-
during middle school?
During middle school, I think probably like 7th,
Okay.
like 6th grade. Yeah, I was kind of breaking out of my shell, and that's when I started hanging out with a couple of guys from school. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't often. You know, they would go to the house sometimes on the bikes, or I wasn't really allowed to go out. So the times that I did get out, I would go to their house too.
Yeah,
So,
see, my mom always worked, bro, so we were free, dude.
Yeah.
We had a lot of free time in our hands. So
yeah, no, I didn't.
during middle school, it was active, bro. During middle school, it was hella active.
Yeah, no, I had no freedom. I had no freedom.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, but
Kunta Kinte had more
I
freedom
feel-
than this motherfucker.
I feel like I kind of always had my uncles though. My uncles always lived with us, so I mean,
Yeah.
my uncle Louis, I had him for a cool minute, and then when Leon and Victor moved back from Florida or from Colorado, then I had them for a bit. But it was the same shit. Leon and Victor used to always punk me, but it's cool, you know. They
Yeah.
kind of made me a little tougher. I was too soft, bro.
It was
You know,
tough love.
yeah,
They didn't mean
tough
anything
love, and
negative by
they
it.
brought the competitive.
Yeah.
The competitiveness in me when it came to video games, because again, like I said, I had no friends, so video games was that was my area, you know. And then these fools come, they start smacking my ass on all the games. I'm like, what the, you know? I started feeling like, what the hell? So then I had to step my game up.
Yeah, to adapt. You had to get better. It was trial by fire.
Yeah. So I mean, that
I
was
remember I
pretty.
used to whoop this was as in Madden all the time.
You probably still
bro.
can, honestly.
And I haven't played that shit in years, and I'll still
Yeah, he
whoop his
probably
ass.
still can on Madden
Yeah.
and FIFA.
But God forbid he won one fucking time. But God damn.
Never hear the end of it.
Never, bro.
You could play 10 games.
I had to make sure that you guys understood that I won.
Yeah. And he had to drive the point across, and he did.
Almost hit it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So going back to the stolen bike, the reason it's called the stolen bike. So me and Louis used to hang out a lot. And it was around the time Costco opened up, got pretty big here in Bakersfield. I think they had like the first 2 years they were here, and that Christmas I had got a bike from Costco. Anybody that got a Costco bike around that time was that silver and black one with red letters.
Red, yeah.
And so I went to
Wait,
Louis' house.
was it
one time.
Rhino?
No, I don't remember
Was it
I don't remember the brand.
I don't, yeah.
I
I
don't
know
think it
it's
had
not
a brand.
Mongoose, because Mongoose was Walmart, right?
I think it was sold at
Yeah.
Walmart, but I don't think it was exclusive to
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay.
But yeah, and it wasn't Huffy either.
No,
No,
Huffy.
no,
no,
wasn't
it
Huffy.
was it was a pretty decent. It was a thick frame.
Yeah.
I remember the bike was thick.
It was a decent bike.
Yeah. So I remember one time when we go to Louis' house and we go to the back, literally probably 10 minutes, if that, maybe
Yeah.
6. Fool.
It probably was
6 minutes,
yeah.
and we come outside and the bike's gone, disappeared in the wind.
Yeah.
We kind of figured we knew who stole it, but we could never confirm it because we never seen him back on the
What
bike.
color was he?
The darker skin tones.
Yeah.
Darker skin.
Darker
We'll,
skin
we'll
tone.
leave it a little bit ambiguous.
Yeah. So he was the one that was jacking the bikes in the neighborhood all the time. You know, just we knew. We
Yeah.
just never caught
We
him.
couldn't
So-
prove
the
it,
usual
and he,
suspect.
Yeah, it was the usual suspect.
he probably took it and he probably sold it to somebody.
Yeah, so which is fine. I mean, whatever, bro. You know, it's fine because come on, bro. We used to receive stolen bikes too. Yeah. So
It was give and take.
yeah.
it was car.
I remember in middle school with my boy, Chuy, Jesus. We used to do that, bro. We used to go, we used to build a bike out of stolen ones.
Yeah, exactly.
We would take the best part from
Yeah,
stolen
Each
bike
one, put it together.
and then get rid of the frame.
Yeah. So we me and Lou were looking around. I think he had mentioned that he knew somebody. Oh no, I think he said he like
might have
met
seen
you guys.
somebody.
Yeah. And anyways, you guys were outside. That was the main point. You guys were outside. It was you and your neighbor John.
Right.
And we walked up to you guys and asked you guys, like, hey guys, you know, we got a bike stolen. You know, we started describing it.
Nah, you guys didn't come
And,
out as like that, bro.
We did.
You guys came out.
well, from
more.
our perspective,
From
we
our
did.
perspective.
From my perspective at the time, it was more like, hey, did you guys take our bike? That looks like our bike.
No, we didn't say that.
That's my perspective.
No,
that's what it looked like.
Because I remember specifically, I think either I was describing it or Lou was describing it, and John's like, yeah, I got a bike like that. Oh, no, you know what? Now I think about it, I think we did accuse him.
yeah,
Maybe.
bro, because I think we were
you
outside
had
with the
told
bike,
me.
no?
I think you had told me, I just seen somebody with a bike like yours. And that's why we initially went over.
We were
Yeah.
outside with the bike, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, bro.
Maybe.
But when we got there, John had just put it away.
Yeah, I
I think.
think so.
And then, because when we said it, he's like, yeah, I have
I
one.
think he had to go. Yeah, he had to
Yeah,
go. He had
I
to
remember
leave for
he
a
went
moment to
inside.
get it.
Yeah, and I remember like, what the fuck? It's not your bike.
Yeah,
Whose
he went
bike?
inside, and I remember his too because I think I don't remember on mine if I had all 4 pegs and he only had the back pegs.
Yeah, no, you did have all
I
4
think
pegs.
I had all
Mm,
4.
oh yeah, it
and
had
he's
something
like,
to do with the pegs,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
and that, and he was way too comfortable to just jump to his backyard and get it. Like if you
yeah,
steal something, you're gonna deny the fact that you
yeah,
even have
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And he
yeah.
was just like, "Oh no, yeah, I have my bike."
Yeah,
you
he
know?
was quick. He was quick to go ahead. It's like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
here it is right here. Like, yeah, this one's
And
mine.
I remember him bringing it out, and then you're like, "Yeah, that's not mine. Mine, I don't know." We
I think
some
mine had a
cosmetic
scratch.
flaws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think mine had a.
Yeah, 'cause I think you
I tried to
dropped it
pull the
somehow.
sticker off or
Yeah.
something, something
Oh.
like that. It was something stupid.
There was a blemish on it that was
Yeah,
really noticeable.
but yeah, so that's kind of how we met you and John, and
Yeah.
that's yeah. And I remember the
Yeah.
first time we met you too. We were like, "Oh, what's your name, bro?" or whatever, and you said your name like 6 times, and we are
Yeah,
like,
I have a weird
I don't
ass
understand this
fucking
feels like-
illegal name, bro.
So we just for whatever reason we couldn't hear it. Actually,
No,
before
you heard it, but just
I
we,
we heard
we
it,
couldn't
but just-
comprehend it.
Yeah, but I think it was the comprehension. It was just like,
Yeah.
and I feel like we didn't want to say it wrong.
yeah.
And then
I
that's
mean, I
when-
said it wrong. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like
and then
13.
yeah, and I think that's when you were like, just call me Spanky,
Yeah.
shark bait. Ooh,
And- And actually, before we get a little bit further in the story, the day after, I was walking to school, and it wasn't directly in front of the school, but just further up the street on Monitor, a lot of the vehicles would go ahead and just park right there, so
Mhm.
it wouldn't get congested, and they could actually find parking, and they would just go ahead and just drop the kids
Drop
off, and
all
the
the
kids would
kids,
just walk down the sidewalk, go across the street, and go to the school. And I was just walking because I was the only one that, like, I only knew you, and I wasn't really walking with anybody else to school. So I didn't see him, but he saw me and he recognized me, and he called me out and asked me, following up, I was like, "Hey, did you guys ever find the bike?" And I told him, I was like, "No, we didn't. We took a look, and we just, like, whoever took it, like, we just couldn't find them." And we talked a little bit as we were walking towards school, and then we went our separate ways. And I want to say that it kind of just built off from there. Just me and each other, and just because the neighborhood wasn't that big.
Yeah,
So
and just I kind of did most of the talking because you were always quiet, bro.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
you were always quiet.
and then now he can't shut the fuck up.
Now you can't. Exactly.
I got to get comfortable first, and then once I'm comfortable, like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would try to conversate you.
Yeah, because I think after that, when you got a little more comfortable, because me and him would just meet up every day, regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Like regardless, but we would just go to each other's house, and we would always hit the Honey Market.
Yep.
Honey Market, yeah.
And I think we were walking to the Honey Market one day, and you guys were outside again, and then that's when we kind of talked a little more, and then you were like, "Yeah, bro, if you
El
guys
Milagro, right? That's what it's called.
are Milagro now."
Now it
Yeah,
is.
now it's
Milagro.
called
changed.
Milagro. Yeah, but I remember we were walking by, and I think that's when we had like officially stopped and talked and kind of kicked it a little bit. And I remember you were like, "Well, if you guys ever want to pull up, or whatever,
Yeah,
have an Xbox," and we're like, "Okay," and that's where you fucked up, because when someone tells me that, come through, like I'm gonna come through.
Yep. Give
Mind
the
you,
green
I
light.
was, I got really comfortable with Louis and his family, so when you said it, I'm like, cool. So I think you used to work at the fields. You started working at the fields at that time, and that's why
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing to do. And I was like, I'm gonna go to this house and see what's up, So I went to your house. I remember I knocked, and your mom answered the door, and I was like, damn, what was this fool's name? Like, it was something Indio, bro. I couldn't think of it. So I just hit her. Is Panky home? And dude, she started dying. I remember she started laughing so hard when she heard Spunky.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and she goes, hey, te
Spunky,
hablan
te
de
hablan."
Spunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit was, it was hilarious.
And I remember coming out, and you're like, I think you said you want to go out. You want to go outside?
Yeah, but
You want to kick it?
Yeah,
Yeah. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, sure. Let's
It
go.
was the most awkward,
Yeah.
probably hour that we spent together.
Was it really?
I think it was like an hour, because you had San Andreas. Because remember, you had the original Xbox
Mhm.
that you had jailbroke, so you
I
had like a
think
bunch
so.
of games in it, music, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Because that was I think he's the one that introduced us to Chicano rap too, like especially the San Diego style. Because you and
low
Pancho,
profile record.
yeah,
Yep.
you and Pancho had all those things burned onto the Xbox.
Yeah.
That was our gateway to it. We
Yeah.
didn't really listen to it
Night
until
Out,
that.
Little One,
Yeah.
Sancho. Those things.
Yeah, so I remember we kicked it because you had San Andreas, and then it went from there.
That was the
It was
start of it
crazy.
all.
Literally, if that bike would have never got stolen, if we would have never went to the backyard, or if you would have went to my house that day, we would probably never met you.
Yeah, we wouldn't have.
Living so close.
Crazy, right?
And we would have never been here.
Crazy how the
Yeah.
stars align, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you believe in
Yeah.
that fucking
Yeah,
Momo
yeah,
shit.
and that's why we call it the Odd Trio. Because again, you guys kind of heard our backgrounds and how we come from different aspects of life. This fool across the country, this fool down the state,
Yep.
and we were able to make it work, keep this friendship going for, like I said, almost 20 years.
Yep.
You
Next
don't
year,
really
I
hear
think.
that, and especially with me moving to Riverside for a while, like I did, we still made it
When
work.
did you move to Riverside? When you were 20, you said?
2013, we had our apartment. That'll be another
right.
story.
Yeah.
We
That'll be another
fucking
story.
yeah. Wow. I left my family, as in my mother, my brother, my sister. This was same thing.
Yeah.
So did you.
Yeah.
We rented an apartment.
No, this one didn't want to go. We took
Oh
us-
no,
No,
we
I
didn't.
got cold feet
He
at the
was
last
gonna
second.
go, and then he bitched out.
Yeah, I got cold
He
feet at the
fucking
last
bitched
second.
out.
we took Casimiro.
Did we make
Yeah.
him pay rental while we were there?
No.
No, we
No.
didn't, huh? Did he pay deposit?
Yeah, I
think he paid
did.
deposit.
That's what I
He paid
died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you had to.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, we
we
had
took
his ass.
Casimiro.
We
Right.
took Casimiro with us.
Casimiro said, "Fuck yeah, I want to get
Yeah.
the fuck out of my
Yeah,
house."
want to be independent, but
Mhm.
you know what? That'll be another story for
Yeah,
another time.
the
Yeah.
apartment has stories.
It
We got
does.
stories. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we went through a lot of stuff. Like I said, even me going to Riverside, we still maintained a friendship. You didn't go as much because you had Destiny at the time
Where to?
to Riverside, but
No.
Louis did.
I went a handful of
He went
times.
a handful of times. Even when I came back over here to visit Antoinette, I would always be with you guys too. So
Yeah.
I would try and make time to at least catch a movie or just come hang out at your pad when you live with your mom again, or just whatever.
Yep.
So I feel like, you
How
know,
long did we stay in an apartment before you moved out? 3
Like,
months.
no, it
we
was a little
3
longer.
months. No,
3
3
months?
months because I
And
lost my job.
towards the end of that 3 months,
I lost my job.
someone else moved in with us, and you kind of just wanted to freeload. Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing, Victor?
How you doing?
Yep.
You still was a 2 months of rent.
Right?
We never collected.
Yeah, I never collected it. I
We're just,
remember one time,
we're just gonna tell
you guys.
somebody from the office to slide those earnings to our paychecks.
You guys were smoking hookah one day, and you guys dropped a little coin into the carpet.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
me
How
and
much they charge us
Cristobal,
for that fucking carpet?
they
$800.
replaced the whole carpet for, and I know damn well they just cut the little
They
square.
just cut the little.
Yeah,
What I told you
but-
guys to do, but you guys didn't want.
Yeah.
To, so they
Just trying
send
to be
us.
honest, people.
They send our asses to collection.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Fuck. Me.
Yeah, they sent us to collection because they never reached out.
They didn't?
They reached out one time. I remember they called one time, and I told them, "Okay, cool. Well, can you guys just verify?" They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna verify," and they never called me back until I got a call from collections when I already lived in Riverside. I was like,
Mm.
"Dude," and I even told collections, like, "Dude, they never even called
And
me."
we even paid off the collection. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah, we paid. Yeah, because they gave us that. Well, if you paid in 30 days, then we'll just because it was the
Yeah.
first call that they had. The first time they
Yeah.
had called, and I handled it. Well, we handled it, but but yeah, man, the odd trio. That's us. Weirdos, guys that just fucking we're making it work. You
Mhm.
know, yeah,
Sorry about that.
yeah. That's our first story so far. So, like I said, we got a bunch of stories. Like I said too, this is going to be a free form podcast.
This
so
is just an intro. So
Yep, just to get
I
a
better not
taste.
hear. Nah, that shit was fucking whack. I had to tune out. Go fuck yourself, right?
yeah,
This
yeah.
the
This
intro.
is
Shit.
just for us to introduce ourselves, so you guys can kind of get an understanding of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it.
Just to get a feel of
We are going to bring on a couple of guests
Different
later
guests,
on.
it here and
people.
there.
Different guests. We're
Yeah.
going to have sporting, lifestyle, comedy,
everything.
maybe some drama stuff, maybe some tear jerking stuff.
Well, comedy, that's up to them. They can
Yeah,
decide.
if they want,
we got a bunch of idiots.
if they want to open up, they will.
we know a bunch of idiots.
Yeah,
The serious moments probably where it'll be a little harder or whatever. But yeah, man, definitely this is gonna be a weird fun journey for
Yeah.
whatever people that decide to join us, and hopefully you guys like it. I think at the 200 follower mark, we're gonna give away a gift card for a dinner for two, anywhere. Well, we're probably leaning more towards Chili's because
talking about Chili's, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
A little personal.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
If you had the chance to marry the person you lost your virginity to, would you?
fuck no, absolutely not.
Yeah,
No?
there's a
How
whole,
much is that? Just know?
No,
there's a
no.
horror story
I
in there
would-
for him.
No, I would never even. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No.
Damn. Yeah. No. What about you?
Look, my uncle's cool and everything. Right?
Oh my
Oh
God.
goodness.
We listen, we don't judge.
We listen. We do judge. That's the problem.
No, he's a
We
little
judge
older.
you.
Wait, no, my
Oh
miss.
my God.
There's like a big ass age difference.
But the love is there.
Is it?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Is the love there?
No,
It might. I mean,
Yo
well,
pregunto.
did he call you back at least?
Yeah. Did he ever call you back?
tune in next week.
Tune in next week. Lou, what about you?
No, but for me, my perspective, I just feel like there's too much land to conquer still.
That's right.
I'm not
That's
ready to
right.
settle down.
That's right. That's right.
Naira.
That's how you say it. Yeah. Nah. Louis a free range chicken type of guy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Como dicen, there's plenty of candy out there. You're looking at Mr. Willy Wonka.
That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
I will. I will.
That's the
Old
whole
school guys.
factory.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be doing
Gonna
the
take-
giveaway
yeah,
at
it's gonna
200.
take-
Yep.
some time to get used to this shit.
Yeah.
Speaking to a fucking cock in front of my face just there.
Yeah. But we're gonna we'll do the giveaway at 200 people. It'll be a dinner for two. It'll probably just be a free range card. You guys go wherever you guys want to go. It just something to get people going, get a little motivated to
Get some
follow us.
fucking followers.
Yeah.
So
So
motherfuckers, if you
Catch
get a
a-
follow request, you follow back.
Yeah.
Don't just
It's-
fucking accept it.
Yeah, 'cause
It's the
on-
right thing to do.
who the
we'll-
fuck
we'll-
you think you are?
we'll give some tips on how to enter here, but you got to follow us on social media in order to actually be entered into the giveaways.
Nah, fuck.
So, yeah.
that.
It's like the
You gotta
California
listen to
lottery.
episodes.
You got to be in it to win
You
it.
gotta be in it.
You gotta be
You
in
gotta
it.
listen to episodes.
Follow us back.
You want
Yeah.
to get fucking gift card? At least listen to episodes.
Yeah.
At least
so,
2 minutes. Give us,
2 minutes
Yeah,
every
2
time.
minutes,
It costs you
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah, or at least
Nothing but your
follow.
support.
Yeah,
Yeah,
follow. Yeah, guys. So that's our time today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We'll be on Spotify. We'll be on Apple Podcasts.
Just everything
Everything
imaginable.
We'll put our email out there too if you guys want to reach out and see if you guys want to join in and come in for an episode. And we
you
can
have
kinda
any
do something.
suggestions?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and go fuck yourself. Because we're gonna take suggestions. How's that?
Yeah.
leave
So,
your,
yeah,
leave your
you can
feedback.
follow
Let
us
us
and
know.
Leave your feedback.
Yeah, follow us
leave your
on-
feedback.
Yeah, leave your
That's it.
feedback. Definitely
Let us
comment,
know.
like, share, subscribe to every channel or
Mhm.
every at least wherever you listen to your podcast to. Subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. If you guys see something we should fix, any comments, bro. Even if it's just hate, talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit.
Just say something. Just write us.
And what was that shit that I used to say? Better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah.
Big dicks in your ass.
Bad for your
Bad
health.
for your health. You understand me?
Yeah. So we'll follow us on Instagram. The Odd Trio _pod. That's the Instagram. I think it's just the Odd Trio on Facebook. We'll put the links
Whatever
up in
it
the
is, yeah,
description and
we'll
all
tag
that. Yeah. And then if
We'll
you
let
guys
you
want to
know.
follow us on our personal Instagrams, mine is EKEVEE.
Mine is at I.am.wano. That's I.am.wano.
Yeah, and Louis, unfortunately,
Louis, I'm gonna have to give out his fucking cell phone.
Yeah,
'cause
you
he don't have
got
social
ask us
media.
for his phone
You
number.
can hit him up
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Hey, don't dox me.
hit him up at
Don't dox me.
661-327-7111.
Yeah.
Ask for BPD.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
Until next time.